Hey guys, the Blind Gamer back again with another video. I've got an update for Ring Fit Adventure. I gotta tell you, I kind of underestimated that game a little bit. I treated it like a video game and I'm paying for it a little bit. My wife and I have both incurred a couple of injuries from playing the game. It's our own fault though. We've been playing the game barefoot, doing all these exercises barefoot, and she jammed one of her ankles, and I managed to sprain or do the same thing to both of mine, and I've managed to largely work it out myself. She ended up having to go to the chiropractor, so I have got a word of warning. It is a workout. It's an extreme workout. Please wear the proper safety gear, like shoes. If you need to, wrap your feet, wrap your ankles. Just take it seriously. It actually is a workout. It's not just a video game. And for this video, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I know you're thinking that these games are a little old. They've been out for a little while, and yes, they have. But the reason why I want to talk about them is Pokemon Sword and Shield. I haven't opened this copy yet because, according to the Nintendo Switch newsfeed, if you have save data from either of these games, you can get something special inside Sword and Shield. You can get a Gigantamax Pikachu and a Gigantamax Eevee. Me being kind of greedy when it comes to game-wise, I want them both. Because I bought this version of the Let's Go Pikachu so I could get the Pokeball Plus so I could get Mew. And I want to first point out, I'm not a Pokemon player. These were the first Pokemon games I ever played. So I'm not familiar with the games where you had to fight the Pokemon and weaken them to catch them. I know that was a big gripe going to these games. Honestly, I haven't played any of the other games. The only ones I've really known are these, and I'm also the anime series. I'm an anime fan. I used to watch the series, and I used to have the movies on VHS. But I have taken steps to fix that little problem. This is my 3DS XL that I recently acquired, and I'm going to start collecting some of the old Pokemon games on the DS and the 3DS so I can play through them, and but I like them because these games have made me want to do that. But something I want to point out is I've enjoyed my whole experience. The Let's Go games were designed to pair up with Pokemon Go, the cell phone game. And you actually trade Pokemon back from the phone to the games. It's not easy to do. It's hard to link your phone unless... I've heard the iPhones link easier, but the Android ones, I managed to do it. It was hard. I had to go do a lot of troubleshooting tricks and along the way. But a little bit about those two Let's Go games. Personally, I found them to be a lot of fun. And since we're close to Christmas, if you wanted to get something fun, it's also a two-player game, which these guys are a two-player game. Whereas the Pokemon Sword and Shield are not. With this game, if you have someone that wants to jump in with you, all they have to do is pick up the second Joy-Con controller and become the second player, and they can just pop in whenever they want. Now the trouble is they can't just leave as easily. My wife and I both played through the Let's Go Pikachu because, again, I was very inexperienced and I was having trouble. I didn't know how to use the TMs. I didn't even know what they were. I understood what the potions were for. I didn't understand what a lot of the other stuff was supposed to do. So I ended up selling a lot of it when I acquired it, so I could get more Pokeballs to catch more Pokemon. And I managed to beat Let's Go Pikachu. It took me a little over a month to do it. As again, I will put something down for a little while and go back to it. Right now, I'm playing Let's Go Eevee. I started playing it around Thanksgiving. And I've had a much easier time with it. I don't know if it's because I understand the game better, or if it's just that Eevee is flat out stronger than Pikachu. I'll put it out there. I think Eevee is stronger than Pikachu. At least Eevee's level up moves, not evolve. The level up moves you can gain hold of are better. And I've managed to tear through 5 gym leaders and a whole bunch of trainers with mostly just Eevee. I've had to switch over and use Charizard every now and then and Haunter every now and then. And of course, I have to play through with a Psyduck. I'm sorry. Psyduck is kind of weak, but if you can get him leveled up to Golduck, he is devastating. And I've got Golduck. And since I know how to use the TMs now, I've equipped Golduck with a couple of really cool moves. Seismic Toss and Surf. And I've been having fun trashing the fire types in one hit. But I'd say roughly 90% of my fights I've managed to tear through with just Eevee. When I was playing through with Pikachu and the other game, I had fights I had to just put Pikachu on the backlog because the Pokemon were just immune to him. I had leveled him up and made him super strong with all just lightning attacks. I'd taken away all of his physical attacks, which was a mistake. Eevee, I didn't do that. I've left a couple of the original physical attacks you started with, and then I've got a couple of devastating moves. Unfortunately, they're double-edged sword moves. They damage Eevee as well. But if you keep enough potions on hand, it's not really that big a deal, because most of the time it takes out the other Pokemon in one hit. But I'm hoping to find out how the Gigantamax works in these. If I can get it in one... I'm pretty sure it's going to work like the Mew did in the Pokeball. You can only get it in one game, and I'm not sure if it's going to be assigned to each game, or if you can just pick which one you get in each game. It's probably going to be one game pairs with Pikachu, one game pairs with Eevee. But I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'm also hoping to find out if what I've seen on the internet is true, that I can use this. My Pokeball Plus. Which would be great. It's a fun little control. And on the retro gaming side, I just recently completed my collection of the Fossil Fighter series on the DS and 3DS. I've been playing through the Fossil Fighter Frontier, and I'm having fun with it. I might do a video on it later, just for Forgotten Games segments. Well, anyways, guys, my basic review on Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Since I'm not a hardened Pokemon fan from the original game set, I'm planning to collect them and play some of them. From my perspective, I call them... I would have to call them about an 8. For someone that just walked into it, doesn't know anything about what they're doing. Because it's not very self-explanatory in some cases, and that's why it's an 8, but you figure it out. It's a lot of fun, and I probably would have figured it out faster, because there's a lot of signage and stuff to read all over the game that probably would have explained it to me if I'd actually read most of that, but how many people actually read that stuff? I've been doing that a little bit more with Eevee, and I've actually, because I stopped and I've talked to more people, I've picked up a few free Pokemon along the way that I completely missed in Let's Go Pikachu. Because I was too focused on, I have to beat the gym leaders so I can challenge the Final Four. The Elite Four, I have to beat them. And I missed a lot of stuff. And unfortunately, the way the games work on the Switch is if you want to start over, you're going to have to probably open a separate profile and start from there to do it again, because there's not really an option to open another save file. At least not one I've seen. If I'm wrong, please leave me some comments and tell me how to do it, because I'd love to play through Let's Go Pikachu again from the beginning without doing that. Before I go into Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just so I can have some more fun. Well, my question for you guys is, since I'm collecting Pokemon games for the DS or 3DS, which do you think I should start with? Being that I've never played any of the other versions, I'd like your opinions. And please like, share, and subscribe. I'm the Blind Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.